Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. So let's just dive in and let's start off with this article here. So we do see B2B cross-border payments are growing. Here's why. So a lot of people have always asked me, like, where do you see the value behind XRP? To me, the value behind XRP lies within the value that it could settle and move globally. I think that there's a lot of value to XRP outside of that range, but I think that when we're talking about like the higher values of XRP, the triple to the four-digit XRP, or possibly even higher, it's always around like, okay, well, how much value could XRP move? How much volume will there be for XRP? There's been a lot of questions around this, and in fact, we even do see over here, like from Nathan Price over on Twitter, Nate855. He says, "I keep asking what's XRP use case going to be." And here we have it, honored to facilitate this interesting discussion with our customers and partners on use of blockchain and digital assets and cross-border payments at Ripple Swell Global 2022 in London. And it is, of course, centered around B2B use cases. This is from Lulu, which Lulu is a huge company, Lulu Exchange. We've talked about them in the past. But it's for certain B2B use cases centered around cross-border payments. This is a huge area of focus because, again, this is a market that's projected to be worth $250 trillion by 2027. It's all the value for cross-border payments. Cross-border payments is a very large area that's ripe for disruption. Digital tokens like XRP could facilitate the growth of this market to astronomical heights. It could also make it a lot more efficient. We do see the possibilities offered by blockchain technology, and artificial intelligence allows businesses to automate more of their transactions, in addition to alleviating many of the complications that come with cross-border commerce. Again, this is why we focus on the major shift that's happening behind the scenes that a lot of people just they're not paying attention to. The realization here is that if you can get behind the technology that will be utilized to make this market efficient, then you are going to make life-changing wealth. And I don't say that just to get clicks or whatever. No, I actually believe that. I 100% believe that the next evolution in B2B cross-border payments and just finance in general is going to be centered around blockchain technology. Or else, guess what? I wouldn't even be talking about cross-border payments technology around crypto, blockchain, etc. Like, I believe that this market is going to be the next major evolution in terms of finance as well as technology. And I do think that's going to be centered around things like Ripple with XRP. And we do see over here the next evolution of crypto for business. This goes back to March of this year. And this was a very interesting one because this actually kind of centers around what's happening with, finance, as well as, the leapfrogging of technological advancements happening within finance as well. And we do see a lot has happened over the last decades, 10 years, 55 countries, and hundreds of financial institutions. That's Ripple's stat line. A rare crypto double-double and single triple. And we've talked about this slightly back going into like March of this year, but the success here lies within what they are focused on. So they are talking about their partner, CM Commercial Bank, SCB. They rely on Ripple to power instant, low-cost cross-border payments in Thailand and the broader region. With Ripple SCB, boost 1-minute end-to-end processing time, or both, 80,000 monthly transactions and $400 million in monthly person-to-person remittance settlements. Also, NEOM as well to process real-time transactions in Southeast Asia, and was the first to connect the region to remittance corridors in North and South America. They are running on Ripple in 8 weeks and are saving 98% on domestic transfer rates for customers. And then, of course, you had People, the blockchain native financial services platform that helped to bring Ripple's payment solution to the Middle East market for the first time, enabling a real-life use case for improved treasury flows between USD and euros, and providing customers access to additional working capital to help streamline cash flow. And there's a lot more here. And they even do mention on-demand liquidity, which now has near global coverage in 22 destination markets. I do believe that this is going to continue to expand, as we have always focused on. We've been seeing this expand rapidly. In fact, even over here, we do see, Ripple and Finci introduce the benefits of on-demand liquidity to Lithuania. And this is not, anything that's shy. I mean, like, listen, on-demand liquidity is going to be a huge aspect for cross-border payments. XRP being at the center point for that, I do think that this isn't a big area because, again, we look at $250 trillion. A lot of people don't realize the true value behind it because it is a very substantial amount of money. To me, even 10%, even just 1%, well, I mean, like, let's focus on just 1%. 1% of that market could easily skyrocket the value of XRP. A lot of people just do the math on, like, okay, well, let's do $2.5 trillion divided by 100 billion. No, you can't do the math like that, because you got to understand that there's a large amount of the tokens locked away, stored. You have individuals that are holding XRP. I would argue that a lot of individuals will sell XRP way too prematurely. I've talked about this in the past as well. I might do a separate video on just that. But one thing to me that always kind of shines the greatest around XRP is the fact that, people think that the math is just so easy to calculate on the value of XRP. The problem is that if you have $2.5 trillion moving through on-demand liquidity as a service utilizing XRP as the liquidity source, it's not just $2.5 trillion divided by 100 billion to get a valuation of what XRP could be. Remember, Bitcoin didn't hit a $1 trillion market cap because $1 trillion transacted through Bitcoin. No. These market caps are calculated on what someone is willing to pay per token. That means that XRP's value could be trading at $50, $100, $500, $5,000. It all depends on how much someone is willing to pay. But the thing to me that is always the most incredible insight around XRP is the fact that, like, 1% of any of these markets that they are going after, the cross-border payment market, the treasury market, the debt market, having something where you are tokenizing global debt or tokenizing this, tokenizing that, like 1% of any of those markets could change the entire landscape around XRP. And I do think that 1% of the B2B cross-border payment market would astronomically change XRP's value, as well as the volume that is being transacted through XRP, which could multiply the price effects. And I'm sure that you guys are probably all aware of those multiplier effects. Also, remember Currency Cloud, right? They partnered with Ripple for easier worldwide B2B payments. This goes all the way back to 2020. If you guys don't know about Currency Cloud, I highly suggest you go check them out. They were at CBOS 2022, where they were talking about a lot of their partnerships. A lot of their partnerships do include Visa, for an example. It is a huge Visa solution. And they are also talking about through its partnerships with Visa and Wombat, they have grown rapidly, and they have been a critical way to deliver more robust API solutions that can facilitate the large-scale cross-border payment transactions now demanded by individual and also corporate end-to-end customers. The funny thing about them is, like I said, they are partnered with Ripple. They continue to look at a lot of things around cross-border payments, but one thing that I also want to mention is the fact that B2B payments, around even B2B invoicing, like Ripple is focused on treasury management in this area. I don't believe that this is mentioning Currency Cloud. I know that we have been, they don't mention Currency Cloud here, but I think that this was just another subject that I wanted to talk about in terms of, like, treasury management, which again is through on-demand liquidity. Like, XRP could easily disrupt this as well with Ripple, which I do think that they will. But the funny thing about Currency Cloud is how large of a company they are. We do see, like, moving money shouldn't be hard. They are focused on really kind of leapfrogging the technological advancements around a lot of the payment flows, especially within banks, FX brokers, fintech, all that kind of stuff. We've broken down Currency Cloud in the past, I'm pretty sure, but here we have superior technology like cross-border and multi-currency payment infrastructure that empowers developers to innovate, built by developers for developers on a stable platform. Here we have proven results as well. Again, really kind of focused on some pretty large use cases just around cross-border payments, and you guys can see their clients over here. Some of the largest names in the game. A lot of them are also Ripple partners. For an example, like Neum is down here. I'm pretty sure that they have a few other ones as well. I've broken down Currency Cloud in the past just simply because of the numbers behind them. Since then, they have updated their website slightly. But if you do still look over here, you could see the partnership with Ripple. You could read it all on their website. And if we look at the About section over here real quick, before I do read that, you could see the names behind it, their purpose, their values, all that kind of stuff. They are a big provider for full-scale services for the FX markets, for payments, all that kind of stuff. And it is a very interesting company. Again, all of these major companies are very interesting around the sector, but one thing is for certain is that most of them have connections to Ripple, and it is all centered on cross-border payments and cross-border payment technology, specifically around the B2B sector, which I've always wanted to focus on just because it's the largest area value-wise around cross-border payments. And we even do see down here from the CEO himself, Currency Cloud is all about bringing clarity, speed, and value to the traditionally opaque, costly, and time-consuming issues associated with cross-border payments, particularly for SMEs that have historically been underserved by traditional banking. Ripple's solution to help us extend our network to new parts of the world, removing more barriers to payments for our clients. Ripple is a big name. I mean, it really is a huge name, and we even do see here like they are exploring new mechanisms for moving money efficiently around the world, especially where regulations and limitations restrict opportunities for SMEs. It is expected that Currency Cloud will focus on territories where smaller businesses are underrepresented, ensuring clients will be able to process local payouts and collections in these increasingly important countries. But to me, I think that everyone should be focused on the B2B sector just simply because it is a very large opportunity, and Ripple has been making their name known within that area for a while now, and just recently in 2022 as well. This year we've seen a lot of focus from Ripple to really kind of transform this area and really kind of focus on the big issues within it. And again, a lot of it is centered around XRP because XRP is going to be the big puzzle piece that fits in place to really kind of paint the picture vividly for all of these major B2B companies, clients, etc. Because at the end of the day, it is going to be for instant low-cost settlement that is 100% needed within this area because it is extremely fragmented. This is a market that is ripe for disruption, like I said. When you look at the underlying factors here, I mean, look at this. This is the three trends from B2B sellers that are growing their cross-border payments. Accepting additional payment methods. 21% of the payments are taken by credit card. 12% of payments are by local bank transfer or ACH. And all of these accommodate for very large fees. I mean, like when you're doing ACH transfers, they're extremely high fee areas. So when you look at what's happening around this market, there's no doubt that this is going to move digitally. I mean, you look at the problem areas and you can see the problems within the B2B payment that are continuously plaguing a lot of markets that we focus on, not only the B2B sector, but also even remittances in general. And it's a huge trend. It's a huge trend. And I do think that Ripple also sees this. All of the clients that Ripple is working with also see this. And I do think that the numbers behind Ripple do not lie. They will continue to grow rapidly. On-demand liquidity as a service has always been a particular area that I've been focused on, not because it is centered on XRP, but because the value behind everything that they are focused on, especially with liquidity, cross-border payments in general. A lot of this is the big focus points that will disrupt key value areas and key players that could ultimately balloon and domino effect into hundreds of thousands of everyday payment processing companies, clients, etc. that could, again, in return, bring multiples of value to not only be transacted through XRP, but also to astronomically increase the value of XRP, which again is what everyone wants to see. And I know that a lot of people have been waiting for it. A lot of people have been asking me, like, when do you see this all happening? It's once regulations are actually here. We need clean-cut regulations to allow for XRP in terms of technology around on-demand liquidity to be adopted in. And trust me when I say this, like, Ripple has been moving extremely fast. I think that a lot of these events, like the Ripple Swell event, has kind of shined a big spotlight on the value behind a blockchain, the value behind XRP in business. Even the Crypto Means Business, campaign that they are running. This is true to everything that we've been focused on. I really do think that the business area is a big area for Ripple to focus on. I think that it's a key area that they need to continue to focus on because this is going to be a transformative revolution around the financial system that is happening before our eyes. And I think that everyone should definitely pay attention to what XRP is doing, not just the value of XRP. Everyone is kind of clouded by just the value of XRP. Well, it hasn't been making a new all-time high since 2017, 2018. Focus on the bigger picture. focus on Ripple expanding their services around the world, utilizing XRP for on-demand liquidity, because that's the biggest focus point, because the value as well as the volume that could be pushed over on-demand liquidity utilizing XRP as a service is going to be astronomical. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because I'm more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are on this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.